Hello, and welcome to And Now You Know. I'm Teresa, and tonight I'll be answering the question, why do I have resting bitch face? Are you like me and struggle with resting bitch face? You see, if I'm focused or just sitting around, I look kind of annoyed and kind of stern. I've had people tell me, you'd look so much better if you smiled. I also get asked on a regular basis, are you okay? Even from time to time, my husband will still ask, you doing all right? People have avoided me completely, and I've even been talked to at a job about not being approachable because of my face. Admittedly, it's led to a lot of hurt feelings over the years. So why, God, why was I afflicted with resting bitch face? Well, there are some factors involved in looking grumpy all the time. It's all about your features. People with resting bitch face are more likely to have downturned facial features. That means hooded eyelids and downcast eyes, a more prominent brow or furrowed eyebrows, and a mouth that naturally turns downward. Also, as you age, you start losing collagen and facial fat, which can pull those features further downward. So what I'm taking from that is as I get older, the more bitchy I'll look. Awesome. Your face can also hold a lot of stress even when you're not consciously aware of it. Chronic stress, concentration, and habits like frowning, pursing your lips, or clenching your jaw make this worse. The more you do this, the more you essentially train your facial muscles to stay slightly contracted. I check every single one of those boxes. I'm already very aware that when I'm extremely annoyed or really honed in on something, I purse my mouth and I clench my jaw. And being a little ball of stress all the damn time doesn't help matters either. In a 2016 study by behavioral researchers Jason Rogers and Abby Macbeth, facial recognition software was used to analyze neutral resting faces. What they found was that people with truly neutral faces showed very little detectable emotion. Only about 3% showed any emotion at all, with minimal contempt. My resting bitch face friends weren't so lucky. The software detected about 6% underlying emotion, even though in that moment, those individuals weren't consciously feeling any particular way. The primary micro-emotion detected was contempt. The giveaways were unconscious, subtle lip curls, slight squinting, or even furrowing of the brows, which, when people look at you doing that, completely unbeknownst to you, is subconsciously interpreted as disdain, judgment, or disapproval. Now, I already alluded to some of my own experiences dealing with this, but let's see what science says the social consequences of resting bitch face are. People may assume you're angry or upset all the time. And trust me, being constantly asked if you're okay or if you're mad gets really annoying. I get that they can't help how they see me, but I also can't help what my face does. I do have the benefit that people who know me know when I'm actually upset. I was told once I have rage face. Kinda hurtful, but I get it. Because you seem upset all the time, people are less likely to interact with you. And honestly, I understand that. You don't want to walk into a ticking time bomb if someone is legitimately mad. But it's also kind of lonely and isolating. Studies have shown that people with resting bitch face are often seen as less likable, less approachable, and more intimidating. This can make people less inclined to start conversations with you, ask for help, or even include you socially. Which this can be even harder in the professional setting. You may be viewed as hostile, unfriendly, or disengaged. That can lead to real-life professional consequences. Being removed from projects, losing clients, or even being passed over for promotions. Remember how I said I got talked to at a job once for not being approachable? Yeah, that wasn't fun. Long story short, people complained that they didn't feel comfortable talking to me because I always looked upset or annoyed. I wasn't, not in the slightest. I told my supervisor, that's just my face when I'm working. They understood and they knew me well enough, but that didn't stop me from going home having a good cry and feeling like shit about myself. But there is a double standard when it comes to all of this. Men with resting bitch face tend to be viewed as more authoritative, serious, and even attractive. Think the strong, silent type. In professional settings, they're often perceived as more confident and dominant, someone who knows business and gets to the point. A woman, on the other hand, is more likely to be met with scrutiny, avoidance, or assumptions of having a poor attitude. So now that I feel way worse about having this, is there anything at all I can do to fix it? Yep, there sure is. Conscious facial and body relaxation. Make it a point to relax your brow, stand taller, and practice a subtle half smile, sometimes called the Mona Lisa smile. It's recommended to practice in front of a mirror so you don't overcorrect. You definitely don't want to go from looking pissy to cartoonish. Facial exercises. The idea here is to target muscles that pull the corners of the mouth downward. One method is to smile widely for 10 seconds, repeating it 10 times. Another is to pout, then use your fingers to gently push the corners of your mouth upward. Lastly, you can place your fingers in the corners of your mouth, gently pull upward, and resist with your facial muscles. I don't know about you, but that last one makes me think of the scene in The Joker where he fishhooks himself into a smile. So I don't think I'll be doing that one. Cosmetic treatments. Botox, dermal fillers, chemical peels, and laser resurfacing are other options. These can help tighten the skin, smooth lines around your eyes, mouth, and brows, and restore facial fullness. My personal take, go slow. Too many people do too much and end up looking surprised and plasticky, which I'd really rather not do. I'm not trying to look like a startled Barbie doll. And surgery. Eyelid surgery, brow or forehead lifts, and full face lifts are more permanent options. They're also the most expensive and carry the most risk. When done well, they can significantly soften the face and even take years off. But if done poorly or excessively, you may end up looking like Joan Rivers, and none of us are aiming for that. And now you know. If you have any questions you'd like answered, feel free to send me a message on Twitter at ANYKShow or email me at andnowyouknowshow@gmail.com. Until next time.